Imagine it's midnight and you're in a high-class club in Atlanta. You're there in VIP, you're having drinks, you're having it your way. If you're a guy, you're getting all the numbers in the room. And if you're a lady, guys are checking for you. And you know what? You gotta do something the next day. So it's time for you to go home. You request an Uber and you're on your way to Buckhead, one of the most glorious neighborhoods in the South and definitely in Atlanta. And while you're a few blocks from home, car pulls up, lowers its windows, and gunshots! R.I.P. you. Sounds like something from a movie scene, right? But no, this is what actually happened. Play that clip.
They're learning more about an Uber passenger shot and killed in Buckhead, and police are telling 11 Alive that they believe that that woman was actually targeted and her killer is still on the loose. 11 Alive Bo Beth Yates is live close to where it took place on Lindbergh. So Bo Beth, what's the latest?
Well, Ron, we found out the shots were fired at this intersection behind me. In fact, that second lane right there. And as police investigate, they're asking anyone with information to come forward.
It was rapid fire. It looks like she went down to the floor for cover.
Jahari Humbles described the shooting scene at the intersection of Lindbergh and Adina Drive.
You could see that, something pretty bad had happened, and there was one person that didn't survive.
According to Atlanta Police Department, officers arrived on scene to find a person shot in a black Escalade being used as an Uber. We're told the passenger who was in the back of that vehicle was struck multiple times after a car drove up next to it and began firing into the vehicle.
This appears to be a targeted incident. As you can see the number of shell casings. There were multiple shooters. But again, we just don't have a whole lot to give out right now.
Police have not released the victim's name, but neighbors identify her as Tisha Brody and said she moved from Guyana with her brother.
It turns out she only lives in the next block, so she was less than a block away from home. I think they just caught her at the red light. It looks like that she was ambushed.
Police also tell me the driver of the Uber was not injured. And again, they're asking anyone with information to come forward. The number to Crime Stoppers is 404-577-TIPS. Live in Buckhead, Bo Beth Yates, 11 Alive News.
And Bo Beth, hopefully someone will come forward. Thanks a lot for the update. By the way, folks, we're going to stay on top of this story, bring you any new details on air and on live at 11alive.com.
That is the story of Tisha Brody, a Guyanese young woman who moved to America, moved to Atlanta, and who was shot and killed just a few feet from her Buckhead luxurious townhouse. But remember in the first part of the video, when I put you in that situation, let's try to understand that context, right? If that happened to somebody that you knew, what is the first thing that you would have thought about? What did that person do so that somebody would be so upset to do this? She wasn't robbed. The Uber driver wasn't robbed. So what happened? That is what the police are trying to ask. And then I've read several blogs on this story. I've looked at Media Takeout. I've looked at other things, other places, and I can't infer as to which one is the truth. But allegedly, this particular model was tied to some politicians, some actors, rappers. And so because of that, we don't know why somebody would want to do this, but it was multiple shooters. So then it leads me to believe, obviously it could be some illegal stuff going on. Now my heart goes out to her and the family, but I do want to come out with some sort of message of morality here, especially people who are living in the fast life. And this is what we're looking at in today's world, right? Especially with young women and young men. When it comes to working hard and doing what you need to do to grow up in the industry, a lot of people don't like that. And especially in big cities like Atlanta, you got some of your best scammers there. You got some of your best dope boys there. I mean, you also have a lot of legal money too, but a lot of illegal money also. And some ladies, might feel like there are no repercussions for what you may or may not do in cities like this. And the reality is you see so many ladies going down this IG model route. Some people are getting involved in illegal activities. I'm not saying this is going to be a situation with her, but then there's a downside to all of that. It's a big downside. And the consequence of that is As easy as you may have gotten into that world, it's difficult to get out of that world. And a lot of ladies are going to Atlanta, I believe, for the wrong reasons. This is why you see so many ladies coming there to get BBLs. Ladies are stripping. Ladies are chasing the fast buck. Ladies are chasing the celebrity guys. And what they're not understanding is they're throwing away their life without even knowing it. You know what I've noticed being 42 years old, and I'm still not yet rich. But the one thing is for sure is I have a certain level of peace of mind, you know? And if you have to watch your back because of something that somebody may have been offended by or something that you may have done, you know what I've realized? It's not really worth having. And a lot of ladies are out there in the fast life. Not saying it's true for her, but I know it's true for many. And you know, life is short. It's too short. And if you want to get in the fast life, it's even shorter. Just for a few bucks, just for a few trips, just to live in a nice affluent place, it's not worth it. If you got to do something illegal, it's not worth it. If you got to deal with people who are crazy, it's not worth it. And you see so many ladies right now doing that, not just even illegal stuff, but you know, trying to get with a guy, trying to get with celebrity guys, you know, trying to be somebody's baby mama, just so that you can get clout, you know? Clout for what? I mean, think about it. Just the other day, basketball wife star Brittany Williams pleaded guilty to 15 charges, ranging from falsifying tax returns to wrongfully applying for COVID relief funds. And the lengthiness of those crimes got her almost $500,000 in stolen funds. Now, this lady, who's an alleged entrepreneur, is gonna get a felony. She's going to be in prison. Now she's saying that I will not be committing any more crimes for the rest of my life. But now you're gonna be in prison. And so while you didn't lose your life, you did lose your freedom. All for what? $500,000. I mean, you could have started a YouTube channel and worked hard and built your brand, and you could have got that legally. There's so many opportunities in the United States and in the world. I mean, literally, they're throwing money at people if you want to do the work. But when you don't want to do the work, you end up doing stupid shit. And then when you do stuff, sometimes you can't bounce back from it. Now, when it comes from this particular lady right here, I don't know exactly what she did. None of us don't know what she did. But the blogs keep indicating or inferring that this lady was tied in with some people that were in the wrong crowd. That's what keeps coming across on these blogs. And I hope and then I pray that for many of you, especially a lot of people in the black community, if you're in a progressive city like Atlanta, y'all look, leave some of that stuff alone. A lot of that stuff alone. I'm gonna tell you right now, because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth losing your life. It ain't worth coming across the wrong people just for a few dollars, or getting into it with folks, or being an IG model, or dealing with guys, or dealing with ladies that don't care about you. You're not gonna get nothing out the deal, man. Like literally, a lot of brothers out there is chasing ladies. You're chasing women. You're chasing people. You're doing all kind of crazy stuff for ladies who don't give a damn about your ass, just so you can end up robbed or broke or both, maybe even dead if you're unlucky. So, hey, remember what you're out there to do. Always remember that it's the right way to do everything, and that's the only way to do everything. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you discovered the bell. I'm out.